Morning arrives softly in the small house at the edge of town, not with an alarm but with the pale light easing through thin curtains. It paints the wooden floor in gentle stripes, dust motes drifting lazily like they have nowhere else to be. I wake beneath a quilt that smells faintly of clean cotton and last night's lavender soap, listening to the quiet hum of the world beginning again. Somewhere outside, a bird practices a hesitant song, stopping and starting as if deciding whether the day is worth singing about. I lie still for a while, savoring the warmth gathered beneath the blankets. Living alone has taught me that there is no rush in the morning unless I invite it in. Eventually, the cat hops onto bed, her paws light but purposeful, nose pressed to my cheek. She purrs with a low, steady rhythm of a small engine, reminding me that breakfast is a shared responsibility. I smile, stretch slowly, and let the day begin. The floor is cool under my feet as I pad into the kitchen. I open the window just enough to let in fresh air, scented with damp earth from last night's rain. The kettle goes on, its click loud in the quiet room, followed by the growing whisper of water heating. I feed the cat, the soft rattle of kibble echoing briefly, then measure coffee beans by hand. Grinding them fills the kitchen with a deep, comforting aroma, rich and grounding. When the kettle finally sings, I pour the water slowly, watching steam curl upward like a small, private cloud. I carry my mug to the table and sit, wrapping both hands around the warmth. Outside, the garden looks freshly washed, leaves shining, soil dark and fertile. I sip and breathe, feeling the gentle solitude settle around me like a shawl. There is no loneliness here, only space. Room for thoughts to wander and return when they are ready. After breakfast, I tidy the kitchen at an unhurried pace. I rinse the mug, wipe the counter, and hang a dish towel neatly back on its hook. These small acts feel ceremonial, a way of honoring the space that holds me. Music plays quietly from an old radio, a soft melody that drifts in and out of attention. The cat follows me from room to room, supervising with sleepy eyes. Late morning sunlight warms the garden enough that I decide to step outside. I pull on a sweater and gloves, the fabric worn thin in familiar places. The soil crumbles easily between my fingers as I check on the herbs growing along the fence. Rosemary releases its sharp, piney scent when brushed, and I pause just to inhale it. I pinch away dead leaves, water the beds a gentle hand, listening to the liquid patter against earth and stone. Bees hover lazily, unconcerned with my presence. I gather a small basket of greens and a few ripe tomatoes, their skin smooth and cool. The simple act of carrying them inside feels like bringing a gift to myself. I rinse them at the sink, droplets clinging to my wrists, then lay them out to dry on a cloth. Lunch will be simple today, something fresh and quiet, like the day itself. Before cooking, I sweep the living room, the broom's soft rasp steady and soothing. I dust shelves, lingering over objects that hold memories, a chipped teacup from a long-ago trip, a stack of well-loved books, a small framed photograph catching the light just so. Each item feels like a companion, silently sharing the room. In the kitchen again, I slice vegetables slowly, the knife tapping gently against the board. Olive oil warms in the pan, releasing a subtle, fruity scent. As the greens wilt and tomatoes soften, colors deepen, and the room fills with the sound of quiet sizzling. I eat at the table by the window, sunlight touching the edge of my plate. Each bite is unhurried, tasted fully. I share a bit with the cat, who accepts it with dignified enthusiasm. The afternoon stretches wide and open. I make tea and settle into the armchair with a book, the fabric of the chair hugging me just right. Pages turn softly, and time loosens its grip. Outside, clouds drift lazily, occasionally dimming the light before moving on. When my eyes grow tired, I close the book and simply sit, listening to the house breathe, wood creaking faintly, pipes ticking as they cool. Later, I decide to take a walk. I slip on comfortable shoes and step out into the quiet street. The air is cool but gentle, carrying the scent of wet leaves and distant wood smoke. I walk without a destination, past familiar houses, gardens, and trees shedding the first hints of autumn. Leaves crunch softly underfoot, and I stop now and then to watch them spin down from branches. At the edge of a small park, I pause on a bench, A neighbor passes with a friendly nod, and we exchange a few words about the weather, about how quickly the seasons turn. It's a simple conversation, light as breath, but it leaves a warmth behind. When I continue on, I feel connected, even in my solitude. Back home, I wash my hands and set about a small craft project waiting on the table. Yarn slides from my fingers as I knit, the needles clicking in a comforting rhythm. The cat curls beside me, a warm weight against my leg. Outside, the sky shifts toward evening, light softening, shadows lengthening. As dusk settles, I light a lamp, its glow gentle and amber. I prepare dinner, rice steaming quietly, vegetables roasting in the oven. The smells mingle, creating a sense of home that feels almost tangible. I hum along with the radio, a tune half remembered, and stir a pot just to watch the steam rise. After eating, I wash the dishes, warm water soothing my hands. I dry them carefully, stacking them neatly. There's a satisfaction in ending the day with a clean sink, a small promise to tomorrow. Night comes fully now. I draw a bath, the sound of water filling the tub echoing softly. I add a scoop of mineral salts, watching them dissolve. The bath envelopes me in warmth, muscles loosening, thoughts drifting. Candlelight flickers on the walls, and for a while, there is nothing else to do but breathe and exist. Wrapped in a towel, I move slowly, savoring the calm. I make one last cup of tea and carry it to the window. Outside, stars peek through thinning clouds, and the world feels vast and kind. I write a few lines in my journal. Nothing important, just notes about the day, about the way the light looked on the garden, about the cat's purr. When I finally slip into bed, the house is quiet, settled. I turn off the lamp and pull the quilt up to my chin. The cat finds a place beside me, warmth against warmth. As sleep comes, I feel grateful for the gentle rhythm of living alone. The slow days, the quiet moments that gather and glow, warming the heart in ways both small and enduring.